Under the respectful gaze of everyone around, Song Joong-ki confidently stepped forward. He was radiant and full of charm. As Song Joong-ki approached the skyscraper entrance, hundreds of employees bowed in unison and cried out loudly, "Hello, Boss Song! Long live Boss Song!" The cheers echoed everywhere, creating a grand, emotional scene. For Duke Xiao-yu, within just a month, the person she had once considered useless now stood among thousands. This earth-shattering change left Duke Xiao-yu stunned, her whole being shaken. As Song Joong-ki's footsteps drew nearer, her heart raced faster. Overwhelmed with emotion, she wondered, "Song Joong-ki, is this love? This is the allure that a mature man should have. What I have always sought is not wealth, but feelings, attraction, and attitude." Yes, that's it, Duke Xiao-yu thought to herself. Hearing this, Sung Chan added with a tone full of jealousy and admiration. "That's right, Xiao-yu, he looks so handsome. So handsome, Dan. If he weren't your best friend, I might have fallen for him already. Driving a multi-million-dollar plane here, who can compare to him?" Hearing her best friend's confident affirmation, Duke Xiao-yu's gaze became even more captivated. Her face flushed, and the shyness was clearly visible. "That's right, I've never seen Song Joong-ki so captivating," she thought to herself. As Song Joong-ki was just 3 steps away, Duke Xiao-yu felt her whole body light up with excitement, but also confusion to the point where her heart felt like it would leap out of her chest. At this moment, Song Joong-ki stood before Duke Xiao-yu. A nonchalant remark escaped his lips, chilling her to the bone. "If you have something to say it quickly. I'm very busy." But for a woman like Duke Xiao-yu, emotions were merely an excuse. She had learned every seductive trick from her experiences in love, and now she did not hesitate to lunge forward, wrapping her arms tightly around Song Joong-ki's waist, her eyes shimmering as if on the verge of tears, expressing regret and self-blame. "I'm sorry, Joong-ki. Can you forgive my stubbornness? Last time, I really didn't want to break up. I still care about you deeply. Can we get back together?" As she finished speaking, the weak look in Duke Xiao-yu's eyes gradually turned calculating. She thought to herself, "Song Joong-ki had a fatal weakness, his soft heart. As long as I show vulnerability and shed a few tears, he will immediately soften and be unable to refuse me." Thinking this, Duke Xiao-yu buried her head deeper into Song Joong-ki's chest, her self-satisfaction and triumph growing stronger, like a predator waiting for its prey to fall into the trap. That may have been true before, but now it was different. Now, Song Joong-ki stood there, distinctly feeling Duke Xiao-yu's touch, but instead of the tender feelings he once had, all that remained in his heart was disdain and revulsion. Without hesitation, he pushed Duke Xiao-yu away, his voice cold and emotionless. "Duke Xiao-yu, please have some self-respect." Duke Xiao-yu staggered back, her eyes wide and stunned. "Joong-ki-yu." But Song Joong-ki gave her no chance, turning away and continuing in a voice of rejection and determination. "From now on, don't seek me out anymore. We are completely done, as if we never knew each other." The cruel words of Song Joong-ki were like knives cutting into Duke Xiao-yu's self-esteem, shattering any remaining limits of patience. She began to unleash her frustration, her words pouring out like a raging torrent. "Why, Song Joong-ki, have you changed so quickly? You once said you would protect me for life, but now that you have a little money and status, you start to despise me. There are truly no good men. With money, they become debauched, all scum, all beasts. Just moments ago, I had to endure the humiliation of being blocked at the door, standing in the scorching sun for half an hour. You not only didn't comfort me, but also uttered such cruel words. It seems I was too foolish, indeed blinded." Song Joong-ki coldly turned back, his tone contemptuous and unforgiving. "Scum! You are truly an evil person who is also good at complaining." As he spoke, Song Joong-ki took out a stack of photos and threw them straight into Duke Xiao-yu's face. "I am trash, so what are you? Less than a month after breaking up with me, you are already going in and out of entertainment venues with the young master of the Jin family, even going to hotels with him. Now that you've been dumped, you come to me to rekindle old feelings." Exposed, Duke Xiao-yu's face turned pale, her eyes wide in horror. "Every action of mine has been clear to Song Joong-ki," she thought in despair. Then, Duke Xiao-yu's initial arrogance suddenly vanished, replaced by panic and guilt. "No, it's not like that, Joong-ki. Let me explain." Duke Xiao-yu tried to justify herself. But Song Joong-ki no longer wanted to hear any more excuses. Everything she said was now just meaningless lies to him. The long-brewing anger erupted. Song Joong-ki shouted at Duke Xiao-yu with all his might, his voice filled with resentment and contempt. "The evidence is clear. Do you still want to fool me? I don't want this to get awkward, but you can't treat me like a fool. You never respected me or the feelings between us. I was just a backup in your eyes. After saying these words, Song Joong-ki's heart felt like it was ripped apart, causing him immense pain. But despite the deep hurt, he decisively uttered one last contemptuous sentence. "Get lost, never show up in front of me again. Seeing you makes me sick." Under the panicked gaze of Duke Xiao-yu, Song Joong-ki coldly turned his back and walked into the building, leaving her in despair. Not knowing what to do to salvage the situation, Duke Xiao-yu sank to the ground, tears beginning to fall. Her heart was filled with regret and hopelessness. "Joong-ki, no, I know I was wrong. I was enchanted, but I truly love you. Everyone makes mistakes. Can't you give me a chance? Boo-hoo-hoo." At this moment, Duke Xiao-yu felt as if the whole world around her was collapsing. Her desperate pleas became weak and hopeless. Gradually, she lost herself in pain, but it was not the pain of lost love. It was the agony of realizing she had lost her last chance to hold on to the power and status she had always desired. Time passes quickly like a dog running on the street. It had been a month since Chen Yuan participated in the decathlon competition at the villa in Madugo. Recently, Lai Jia-mu felt extremely bored. The previous incident had caused him to be strictly warned by the clan, and he dared not act recklessly again. The more he held back, the more frustrated he became. Just return the result, no explanation needed, nothing else. At that moment, Kan Gae-yeon entered the room, handed Lai Jia-mu a file, and reported, "Young Master, after a month of investigation, I finally have a clear understanding of the situation. Previously, we all thought that the housing purchase restriction order was orchestrated by Lim Yong-won, but then I discovered that there is another person behind it. That person is named Jiang Shen-yu. I have information about him." Upon hearing this, Lai Jia-mu suddenly felt a sense of unease. Jiang Shen-yu? Kan Gae-yeon continued to report, "The person named Jiang Shen-yu seems to also have a grudge against Lim Yong-won and has planned for revenge. He targeted the housing purchase restrictions of the Fei Dun Group, intending to slow down Fei Dun's development and cause a financial crisis." At this point, Kan Gae-yeon paused, seemingly wanting to say something more, but looking at Lai Jia-mu's gloomy expression, he hesitated to add anything else. Lai Jia-mu sat quietly, his eyes focused on a point of emptiness on the desk. At that moment, he awakened, realizing everything, but it was too late. His pupils widened in shock, and he felt dizzy as he asked again, "You mean that kid Chen Yuan has no power backing him, and this whole thing is being manipulated by someone else? That person is even Chen Yuan's rival?" Lai Jia-mu felt like he was being led by the nose, nearly spitting blood. This situation was so absurd that he couldn't accept it. Immediately, Lai Jia-mu's face twisted in anger. He shouted fiercely and indignantly, "Damn it. So all this time, we've been fighting Chen Yuan's enemy. How could this happen? After all, I'm the young master of Maduo, and I got played so badly that that kid sees me as a joke. Contact young master Jiang immediately and clarify that this was a misunderstanding, just a misunderstanding. But remember, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. If our two families join forces, I don't believe that Chen Yuan, that kid, will dare to be arrogant anymore." With that, the space around Lai Jia-mu became like a wall of fire, hot and terrifying. Even the air felt drained, leaving only a gloomy, heavy feeling with no way out. "Chen Yuan, I will make him pay dearly. This time he won't be as lucky as before." In contrast to the tense and oppressive atmosphere, the atmosphere in the Kim Yuan apartment was quite warm. Recently, due to Kim Jenny's care, Chen Yuan rarely returned to his large villa. Instead, he increasingly enjoyed living in this small apartment. At that moment, the door opened and Kim Jenny entered carrying various cooking ingredients. "Chen Yuan, I'm here." If it were before, Chen Yuan would feel a bit uncomfortable when his privacy was disturbed, but recently he had gotten used to having Kim Jenny around, so he welcomed her happily. "Jenny, you've come." Although the relationship between the two wasn't yet intimate, Chen Yuan's warm demeanor was enough to bring joy at Kim Jenny's heart. Kim Jenny obediently replied, "Yes, Chen Yuan, I learned a new dish today and I'll cook it for you to try later." Chen Yuan spoke sincerely. "Jenny, you're not my personal maid. You don't have to come and cook for me every day. You don't owe me anything." Hearing this, Kim Jenny just smiled lightly, her eyes sparkling, and said with genuine feelings, "Chen Yuan, I'm doing this voluntarily. As long as you don't dislike my cooking, it's fine. Besides, you lent me $5 million to solve my difficulties. I've only used $3 million to buy a house, so I still owe you $2 million. You're not charging interest, so what's wrong with me cooking for you a few times?" Seeing Kim Jenny's lively and animated figure in the kitchen, Chen Yuan felt incredibly warm inside. Jenny truly was a good girl. If she had done so much for me, then I should reciprocate. After thinking for a moment, Chen Yuan said more seriously, "Jenny, you can leave the things there. I have something to tell you." Kim Jenny paused her cooking and eagerly rushed towards Shen Yuan, her face radiating an indescribable gentle charm. What is it that's so secretive, Shen Yuan? Shen Yuan said nothing, gently extending his left hand to place it on her head. This unexpected and intimate action made Kim Jenny's heart race, her cheeks flush like peach blossoms in spring. Did he just pat my head? What is he planning to do? Could it be that? Thinking about the possibility of progressing further with Shen Yuan, Kim Jenny's heart showed signs of irregular beats, feeling both nervous and full of anticipation, but also filled with excitement. Shen Yuan put his hand on Kim Jenny's forehead. Instantly, a series of notifications appeared before him. Full name, Kim Jenny. Beauty, 7 9/10, excellent. Figure, 8 5/10, excellent. Health, 7 6/10, healthy. Owner's reminder, you can spend 10 enhancement points to enhance Kim Jenny. Enhancement has random effects. The specific result depends on the individual. Each subject can be enhanced only once. Use it wisely. When the affection level of the subject exceeds 100 points, the owner will have the opportunity to enhance for the second time with the ability to allocate enhancement points at will. Currently, enhancement points can be used to enhance the physical body of the subject. The owner has 269 points left. Do you want to spend 10 enhancement points to enhance Kim Jenny? Hearing the system's reminder, Shen Yuan felt both anxious and a bit excited. Jenny, this is a gift for you, a gift that money cannot buy. System, I want to enhance Kim Jenny immediately. After waiting for a while, Shen Yuan was still just fumbling around his own head, feeling no different than a father patting his daughter's head. But thinking about breaking the emotional barrier between herself and Shen Yuan, Kim Jenny could only wait, her gaze not daring to look directly at him. She could only sneak glances at him from below like a shy little girl before stepping onto a heavenly stage in confusion. But Kim Jenny was unaware that a change was happening within her. At this moment in Shen Yuan's mind, each fragment of memory about Kim Jenny slowly unfolded like a slow-motion film, each scene clear and vivid. He recalled the first time Kim Jenny gifted him a painting, when her clear gaze looked at him with sincere admiration. Shen Yuan also remembered the times Kim Jenny was by his side, her pale pink lips moving as if wanting to say something but keeping it to herself, only dedicating gentle words of encouragement to him. Every time he thinks of Kim Jenny lately, Shen Yuan's heart warms up unusually, as if wrapped in a soft and cozy blanket. Her radiant smile is like the morning sun, dispelling all the worries in his heart. And at that moment, Kim Jenny had flushed cheeks and sparkling eyes full of anticipation. Shen Yuan felt like all of his beautiful memories of her became clearer than ever. A profound sense of appreciation and gratitude surged within him, making him want to bring the best things for this girl. The system confirmed the enhancement for Kim Jenny. Tang enhancement in progress. Enhancement complete, remaining enhancement points 259. When the enhancement process ended, Kim Jenny felt nothing special, just an unusual sense of relaxation, followed by a pleasant feeling spreading throughout her body, a comfort never experienced before. Kim Jenny's data in the system had also changed significantly. When Shen Yuan looked at her, he sensed the clear difference. Her aura seemed to have undergone a strange transformation. Although her face remained familiar, her beauty was now even more radiant. Her skin glowing, her lips plump and smooth as if they had just been peeled from a fresh egg. Kim Jenny's eyes sparkled more than ever, like a clear lake reflecting the moonlight. In those eyes, Shen Yuan could see a world full of emotions containing countless things she wanted to say but could not express in words. Full name, Kim Jenny, beauty score 8.8, outstanding beauty. Body score 9, perfect figure. Health score 9.9, excellent health. Kim Jenny shyly, with sparkling and perplexing eyes, asked, Shen Yuan, what are you doing? I'm ready now. After speaking, Kim Jenny felt her heart racing wildly. With her eyes closed, she gently pouted her beak, excitement and anticipation filling her chest. Come on, Shen Yuan, I can't contain my excitement to touch your lips. The more she thought about it, the emotions within Kim Jenny began to swirl, leaving her mind hazy with only one thought. I'm about to take a step further with Shen Yuan. However, all Shen Yuan did was gently caress her head for a few minutes with no further action. Then, seeing Kim Jenny's expression, Shen Yuan forced a somewhat reluctant smile in response. Oh, it's nothing. Just go on with what you're doing. Yes, Kim Jenny awkwardly replied and turned to head towards the kitchen, but her heart was filled with regret. Could it be that Shen Yuan misunderstood and thinks I rejected him? Why did I talk so much? I shouldn't have opened my eyes, but I also can't directly say that he needs to kiss me a little faster. Making him wait that long is just too embarrassing. If I had been more proactive, would things have turned out differently? After all, does Chen Yuan want to take things further with me? Gradually, the chaotic thoughts began to invade Kim Jenny's mind, overwhelming her with strange images. After finishing her meal, Kim Jenny hurried back to the company to continue working. However, as she walked past the school, Kim Jenny still did not realize that from an average-looking girl, she had transformed into a goddess, standing out like the beauty queen of the school. This dramatic change caused countless male students to be unable to suppress their desires. Every day, more and more glances from male students were focused on Kim Jenny, filled with admiration and a good dose of longing. Some people unconsciously blushed, their hearts beating faster. Is that Kim Jenny from the Arts Academy? Why does she look so much more beautiful? That's right, why didn't I notice she was this beautiful before? My eyes must be blind. Exactly, now she is no less than Kim Jisoo. If I could be by her side, I would willingly work like a slave for a lifetime. At school, Kim Jenny's reputation was not good. She had become accustomed to the distant gossip about her, but still could not help but wonder in her heart, what is wrong with these people today? Is there something on my face? After passing through the back gate of the school, Kim Jenny crossed the street and entered a luxurious office building. Since most of the staff were teachers and students from the school, they had taken a nearby headquarters as the office for the charity fund. But as soon as she stepped into the elevator, Kim Jenny immediately noticed that the eyes of all of her colleagues, both male and female, were fixed on her as if flowers had suddenly bloomed on her face. This scene left Kim Jenny feeling both confused and flustered. Ever since I came from home to the charity association, has everyone been looking at me like this? Through a crowd of people who were talking excitedly about her, Kim Jenny quickly stepped into the restroom to check if there was anything unusual on her face. But in less than 5 seconds, a piercing scream rang out, "Ah, oh my God." After regaining her composure, Kim Jenny slowly and carefully admired her beauty in the mirror. She gently touched her smooth skin, her large round eyes sparkling more than before, the light in her eyes reflecting a strange confidence. Her naturally rosy lips and the contours of her face seemed softer and more graceful. All those details blended together, and Kim Jenny felt both surprised and happier than ever. Why do I feel like I've become more beautiful? Is it true that when women have a career, they change? A female colleague walked in, unable to hide her admiration, and asked, "Oh, Manager Kim, you look so beautiful today. What makeup are you using?" Kim Jenny replied, although she had some doubts in her heart, I don't see any difference from usual. Don't flatter me. There's no reward for flattery. I'm wearing a bare face today. A bare face and still looking this beautiful? I'm really jealous." "Oh, right, Chairperson told you to come to her office. She said there's something important to discuss with you."